know if they're going through like some serious like health issue, like losing a weight that their body can't handle.
Right.
Let them know.
You know, you're gonna look heavier on camera.
I honestly think it goes deeper.
Feel like they have to have this certain, like, maintain this certain look, this certain image.
Eat right. Let me just inject something.
So that could be another factor, though. Adderall does make you lose weight, so that could be, if he's mixing that with other stuff.
A human being go through certain issues, it kind of makes you want to think.
Actually, she was an influencer, right?
Yeah.
Please get Ozempic and please don't do it.
So she's eating every day, putting something in her mouth every day, and still died of starvation. Like taking Ozempic.
And please don't do it.
Welcome to the Pilot Seat, where you get up-to-date world news
and things you may have never known before.
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Melissa. So strap in for a ride,
where God is always in the pilot seat. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of HOLLYWEIRD here on the Pilot Seat. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Melissa.
And we got a doozy for you today. We're going to talk about like the mental health amongst celebrities, right? And that could be depicted in a few different ways, whether it's like drug use or wild, crazy antics or behaviors. Mm-hmm. But another way that I think a lot of people don't really pay attention to is weight loss, right? We've noticed like when everybody hears all the chatter about celebrities losing a lot of weight and stuff like that. And so we wanted to touch up on that because it's not just celebrities that deal with that. It's also just your regular average people. You know what I mean? And what is one celebrity that has been really noticeable lately about their weight loss?
Ariana Grande.
And what is it about Ariana Grande that makes us alarmed? You know what I mean?
If you look at her the way she looks now, and she did the movie now, Wicked, and you can clearly see how much weight she's lost, right?
Yeah, and where do you notice it the most?
What?
Like, where do you notice that her weight loss is the most? Is it like in her arms, her face?
It's her body, but her face as well. But it's mainly her body.
Right.
She's like skin and bones, like.
Yeah, it's like she's like a walking skeleton, right?
She looks very fragile. Yeah.
And like, what do y'all think about that? About Ariana Grande's like sudden weight loss? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of gets concerning because I know that a lot of people deal with that, and like, so we just wanted to touch up on like what could be the causes or the reasons that she's losing this weight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So there's a few things that were out there. You know, like one of the things that I got from Ariana Grande losing her weight was that she said she was on antidepressants, right? And what do antidepressants really do?
Well, antidepressants is obviously it's for depression, but honestly, I have realized that antidepressants don't make you lose weight; you do gain weight. So she said that she gained weight because she was on antidepressants, which is that could be a factor.
And it could be, yeah.
But then she said she got off the antidepressants, and that's when she lost all the weight. But it clearly doesn't seem that way.
Right, because
it doesn't seem that way.
It's like she went on antidepressants, and she also did claim that she lost weight when she got off of them. Right? So when she got off of them, it's like a thing that she says, like she claims, like the thing is, like we kind of wanted to do, like talk on like people who rely on like medications or prescriptions to lose weight, and is it whether for health reasons or is it for their own self-gratification, like, oh, I need to lose like 30 pounds to get this role or to feel good or look better, right? Mm-hmm. So a thing that keeps popping up that's a common theme is Ozempic, right? But she did claim that she was not on Ozempic, right?
She did claim.
And that her weight loss came during the filming of Wicked.
Right.
Now, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the movie Wicked. We haven't personally watched it yet, so we can't really do a review on that movie yet or whatever, but I did notice, though, when she would take, like, those photos of after filming and all that, she looked like she lost a lot of weight, right? Looked very unhealthy.
Yeah. And the thing that gets me, too, about Ozempic, because Ozempic is actually, people use it and they misuse it, and I think in Hollywood, so they can look good on camera so what they think is considered good because they say they're not going to get the role if they gain weight. Just as like, oh, you get older, you gain weight, you don't fit the role anymore. Yeah. And I think that's what they all feel. But Ozempic is actually used for people that have type 2 diabetes. So that's kind of strange if they're not diabetic and they're
It's a
using
diabetic
that.
medication?
It's helped to use, yeah, it's kind of to balance out your sugar levels when you're diabetic. So it's for when you have type 2 diabetes, or it can actually be for people too, like in adults, to help them not suffer from like a heart attack or a stroke.
So it like thins their blood then?
Yeah, exactly.
Like lower the blood pressure?
Right. So if you're using it and you don't have neither one of those things, you're obviously misusing that medication, and you're obviously using it to lose weight.
Oh.
So, and that's the thing about it. And Ozempic it's crazy because it's inexpensive. Remember when Christina Aguilera, there's another one that denies using Ozempic, but if you look at her weight loss, it's insane. She's also so skin and bones, Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
And she claims she doesn't use Ozempic, right? But it's just crazy. And she said, well, my people are just jealous because, I can afford it. And Ozempic is actually, it costs about $950 to $1,000 a month for a prescription of Ozempic. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money.
You know what, speaking of that, I think the reason why it's probably a lot of money is because it's a brand new thing that hit the market, right? Now you think about when you join the military, you go through a gauntlet of taking all these immunizations and shots. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking when they come out with something so revolutionary that these celebrities who have the money and the status could be their little lab rats, right? Hey, take Ozempic. Okay, we'll try it. And what better way to get, promotion of a medication through people who already have a platform, right? And that goes, it's just when it goes back to Ariana Grande, apparently another rumor about how she's losing her weight is on a TikTok. Apparently, there was a post made that claimed that she was diagnosed with cancer. But the interesting part is she has neither denied it or confirmed it. Right.
So it's just speculation.
Yeah, it's just speculation.
Oh, okay.
And I got that information because I didn't know about her possibly having cancer, but I did get that off of meaww.com. So it said fact checked on there or whatever. So if any of y'all want to look that up, you can look that up. But going back to the whole what Ozempic is used for, and Christina Aguilera, blah.
Yeah.
So apparently she's not on Ozempic, right? But is she dealing with any other mental things?
I don't know. I kind of did the research. I didn't see anything because I think apparently a lot of people. You got to remember they want to have a good image, so they're not going to confirm a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
And
I'm with you on that. When you told me about Christina Aguilera, I didn't even know that she had lost weight or it was an issue until we saw images of her, and I was like, wow, she does look unhealthy. And what I find interesting and weird when it comes to Hollywood, whether you're an actor, actress, a singer, you know what I mean? When you're in that industry, period, it's they feel like they have to get to be skin and bones. Now I'm wondering if it's really, do they feel that way, or a lot of people on a spiritual level think they're dealing with the dark arts, witchcraft and stuff like that, which is also known. When you do that, it eats away your energy and then your body. You get to a state of mind where I don't want to eat anymore. I'm not hungry. I don't feel hunger, so I don't need to eat. What is your take on all that? You know what I mean? Could it be a spiritual thing where they dabble into the dark arts, or whether it's they, into witchcraft and stuff like that? Because it's really interesting when Ariana Grande filmed The Wicked, right? Wicked is during Wicked that she lost all that weight, but apparently it was also because she contracted COVID-19. Now, I don't think COVID-19 makes someone lose that much weight. It makes them look like they're malnutrition, right?
No, it doesn't.
And I just found that interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
It seems like a lot of these celebrities go through these times in their life where they got to either, whether it's drugs, because they're dealing with some mental depression or something like that. But it's why is it that? Why do they always seem empty?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're going to want to hear this one too, because I know this is somebody that you don't actually care for. And it's Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi!
So Whoopi Goldberg apparently was using Ozempic, And apparently she says she stopped using it. This is a little strange to find out. She admitted to actually injecting like 4 of her friends with Ozempic.
What?
Yeah, and then she says...
Did they know about it, or did she kind of like...
No, they knew. Like, I think a lot of them, what they do is they actually will inject each other with it, because some people have a hard time actually injecting themselves with something.
Yeah.
Some people have that fear. They don't want to do it themselves, so it's like, well, you do it for me. And she actually... The sad part, they were her friends, apparently. So she injected them with Ozempic, right? And apparently she was on it, and she said, this is what she says herself. She says that I realized I didn't want to take it because it was silly. I stopped taking it because it was silly.
What was silly? Ozempic was silly?
Taking Ozempic.
Well, yeah, I think anybody would, like...
Yeah, but she's still injecting her friends with it, which she thinks is silly, but they're her friends. Why are you injecting them with it? Maybe you should be encouraging them then to get off of it.
See, this is the thing. This is my take when it comes to that. Like, when it comes to, like, the lengths that people will go to either losing weight or changing their appearance to make them feel more attractive, right? That's all comes down to insecurities. You know, it's like, I don't know, like, why... It's so crazy that you see these celebrities that when they first start off on the big stage, they seem really healthy, right?
Right.
They seem to eat right or whatever. And then it's like once they get a certain level, and all of a sudden they look like they're about to die of starvation.
Right.
It's like, what? Like, is it something that they're pressured into doing, or is it something just in their mind that they're dealing with on their own personal level?
Right.
I
don't know. But I think half of them, when you look at them before, I'm like, they actually looked better the before.
Yeah, same here.
I don't understand what's going on in their mind, but I guess because when they're always constantly, in the spotlight, looking at themselves on camera, but a lot of them will claim also that, a lot of filmmakers will tell them, well, you know what, you need to lose the weight. You're a little too overweight for this part or whatever. Yeah. Because you have to maintain to them that attractiveness, which I don't think that's attractive, but
I don't know why.
To them, they feel like because they say, you're going to look heavier on camera.
I honestly think it goes deeper, though. I think it goes deeper, right?
I think so.
I think what it is, it's not that the fact that they think it's attractive. I honestly think it's like whoever the puppet masters are, right? Like, I want to see your dedication to us. What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice your health? Yeah. Lose this weight because we're telling you to do it. Like, there's no way anybody can look at these people. And you know what gets me is all these people who sit there and talk about like, oh, this person looks stunning and great. And you're like, no, they don't. Everybody can see that. No, they don't. Yeah. Why are you telling somebody that they look stunning and great because you don't want to hurt their feelings? No, if they're going through like some serious like health issue, like losing a weight that their body can't handle, let them know.
Yeah. Because it's harming themselves, and that's something you're taking shouldn't even be prescribed for you. And I'm actually shocked that it's legal to do that. And what the sad part about it is there are actually like 2 websites that I found that you can actually get Ozempic, and please don't do it. But I just want to put this out there. It's really sad that this is how much you can have access to it, where you can pay like $25 a month. And there's 2 websites called LifeMD, and the other one is Zelthy. And you can go on there and just be like, and no clinic required. You don't even have to see a doctor. You just do it online straight.
It's like over-the-counter,
I can go online right now and just say, oh, I want Ozempic. I pay $25 a month, and they deliver it to you.
But how do you know if it's really Ozempic that you're getting?
Well, I mean, that's true, though.
You know what I mean? Because there's all these scammers out there, the black market. They want to come in and say, oh, these counterfeit drugs I'm selling.
And there are such things. Because that show that I love to watch is Traffic. And that's great. That's another topic. But people actually will do that. Yeah. They'll say, oh, it's an antibiotic or it's this, and then they fill it with something else, baking soda and all this other stuff that they do. And it's not even the real thing. But I'm just saying that's how sad that what it's come to, that people are that desperate to feel like they have to have this certain, like, maintain this certain look, this certain image.
To that extreme.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
To put that in your, and not even know what it is.
It's like, do these celebrities really get told that they hate themselves?
I don't think
you know what I mean? It's like, hey, hate the way you look, so you need to do this. Oh, yeah, I need to lose all this weight so I can look beautiful. I can look pretty. And it's like, just, no. Because it's sad. It's like we don't want that to be what like is influencing like the younger generation, or any generation really, even our generation. Anybody could be like, oh yeah, I would love to lose 50 pounds without having to go to the gym or without having to eat right. Let me just inject something into my wherever they inject it.
Yeah,
that's insane.
It's insane. It's crazy, and at the same time, I find it kind of sad. It's like
it is. And you want to be able to reach out and talk to people like that too, so that they can. It's all about self-love.
Yeah.
If you respect yourself and you accept who you are, you wouldn't have to worry about, oh, I need to get this Botox.
Yeah.
I need to get this lip filler. Oh, I need to get all this, and they're thinking that they're making themselves look more beautiful. And in reality, you can look at somebody and be like, ooh, why'd they pay tens of thousands of dollars for that? You know what I mean? When they looked way better before then.
Yeah, look natural.
You know?
Yeah.
And going on that too, there's a lot of different like mental, health issues that go with like celebrities, right? And I'm not trying to sit there and say celebrities have a hard life, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. But they are in the spotlight. Mm-hmm. So it's like when you can see someone, a person, a human being, go through certain issues, it kind of makes you want to think, right? And I'm one of those people who don't want to blame everything on mental health. I just think sometimes people just need to either go for a walk, go work out, go on a trip or something. Mm-hmm. Do something that helps your mind, right? But a lot of people want to sit there and, oh, I need to do this. It reminds me of Justin Bieber, right? We all can see that there's something going on with Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
He seems depressed. He seems real skinny and everything like that. And I did some stuff and there's interesting things I learned about Justin Bieber, right? So, I don't know if y'all know, but he has this syndrome called the Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, right? Mm-hmm. And I looked that up because I didn't know what that was. And it's a neurological condition, right? And a common factor in triggering that is stress, right? And stress, could be from a lot of different things that he's gone through, like whether it's his past, the rumors of him going through his marital or whatever. But the big thing is the PTSD he has from when Diddy got arrested from his sexual assault charges, right? And there's another thing that he has, and I know what RHS, right? What the Ramsay-Hunt syndrome causes, it's a facial paralysis and other symptoms due to the reactivation of the varicella virus, varicella zoster virus, right? And you know what that virus is?
I'm not familiar with that one. No,
I wasn't either.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's the virus that causes chickenpox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it causes chickenpox, right?
I should have done that.
So he has this Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which is also, the symptoms are due to the reactivation of the varicella zoster virus that causes chickenpox. So it's like it goes hand in hand. So apparently he has two of those viruses, right?
Yeah.
And he first revealed to the public in 2022, so it hasn't been very long. You know what I mean? But he also has a history of past drug use of Adderall for ADHD.
And that makes you lose weight as well.
Yeah.
So that could be another factor though. Adderall does make you lose weight, so that could be, if he's mixing that with other stuff, then that can make him lose weight.
So it's kind of like, I know we all get on that little curiosity train of like, why are these celebrities losing all this weight? Are they taking Ozempic, or what's their diet? And then people celebrate it. But in actuality, what I'm seeing is like when all these celebrities have this significant amount of body weight loss, it's a lot deeper than that. Because any healthy human being, I mean, it's just that one. What's that one girl that we saw earlier? She was a vegan and she died of starvation.
She was an influencer, right?
Yeah.
Like I guess a really well-known influencer, and she was on this vegan diet, and everything she ate was just raw
exotic fruits,
raw vegetables. It was just, she would live on sunflower seeds, sprouts, stuff like that, just fruits, and that's what she did for how long? For like 4
years
or something.
Only 4 years.
Yeah.
So she's eating every day, putting something in her mouth every day, and still died of starvation. So is really going vegan or going full fruit really healthy? No.
Well, you got to have some kind of protein to that. Like, you
got to have some fats. You have to have fats for your body.
It's there for a reason, not to overdo it, but there has to be some kind in your body. So that's what I found interesting about Justin Bieber. Yeah. Now there's another one, right, that came up that I didn't even know that you told me about, right? What's her name? Kelly Osbourne. Yeah. Yes.
And Kelly Osbourne, right? She admits, though, that's the thing about her. She admits to using Ozempic, but this is an astounding stat. I thought, right? She took Ozempic, lost 85 pounds at the end of 2020. Yeah. What she had was gastric sleeve surgery, and she said it was the best thing she's ever had. But if you look at her, she looks like she's really not in a good place.
Yeah.
Right? And then her mom, Sharon, also lost 30 pounds. But her mom, though, interesting, quit after using it for 4 months.
Yeah.
Because she lost so much weight and said that she has a hard time gaining it back.
Yeah.
So do you really want to take a weight loss drug where you can't even gain the weight back, but your skin and bones, like are your joints going to be good? Are your bones going to break?
Yeah, I mean that's dangerous. That's something dangerous to play with, and that it's kind of like, it's just really sad. It's sad to know that they're in that place. That's their life, and that's how they make their money. So I guess that's why they're so desperate for it, you know. But at the same time, it's
sad, you know. It's sad. It's like sometimes I wish these celebrities are people too. They're just like you and I. They just happen to do a different career, right?
Right.
That they could just talk to some regular people that are like, you know, look at the regular civilian life, right? You got people who weigh like 200 pounds that feel great, or 300 pounds that feel great. People who weigh 115 that feel great,
right?
But they're not so stuck on, I have to look a certain way. Right. I have to be this. I have to do that, and it's really sad. And you know, they're people, and I pray for them. You know,
I pray for them too.
You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like something that just wanted to bring out to kind of like shed some light on it. You know, shed some light. Like, these are people too. Right. You know what I mean? They're not just like, oh, they're celebrities and who gives a crap about them. No, they're people too. Right. They're just like you and I that just pursued a certain career and they made it in that career.
Right. And what's sad is that these companies are okay with making, these pharmaceutical companies are okay with making money off of that because they know they can afford it.
Yeah, and that expensive.
And Ozempic is not something easy to get. Yeah, it's about $950 to $1,000, but with them, they probably to be that person that's going to get it first, they probably pay probably twice as much as that a month for that because they can afford it, and that should be illegal. I think. I mean, personally, it should be illegal.
It should be.
And they're probably going to have to wait, unfortunately, until the day that something fatal happens, like a fatality, and then it's going to become. Then it will become illegal. You're going to have a prescription for it. You have to be under a doctor's care because you should be. You know, you shouldn't just be allowed to take it, because I have the money for it. Yeah. I can go on and do what I want, but, you know, that's dangerous putting it in your body like that, you know?
That's the thing about, like, when it comes to medications. That's why I'm like, I don't like taking pills much. Even Tylenol or whatever for a headache. Sometimes I'll go jump in a hot shower. Sometimes that'll take my headache away. I don't want my body to be relying on medications or whatever, because the more you take a medication, your body builds up a tolerance. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's sad if you think about all the medications out there for pain. Like, what gets me too is, like, why is so many people wanting to blame everything on mental health? Sometimes it's not just mental health. They're just people who just want to do dumb things. You know what I mean? You know, you got criminals that go out and do something. Oh, they're just struggling with mental health. You know, quit trying to pat yourself on the back. You know, not everything's a mental health issue, but certain things are. Mm-hmm. And they could have help with it. You know what I mean? And you look into a real issue, we can't always sit there and always want to make someone feel better, because they'll never learn from their mistakes or get better. Right. If I make a mistake, call me out on it. Right. Don't be like, oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings. You know, it's okay. No. Mm-hmm. Call me out. Yeah. And that's what I think these people who really are desperately needing help need right now. Right. Like, hey, there's something wrong with you. I'm not going to tell you look great because you don't. Right. But if I tell you look great and you don't, you're going to think, oh, I look great. I'll just keep going on my destructive path that I'm going.
Right. Until I just wither away.
And wither away. And then we see that with the celebrities. They're withering away.
It's a sad situation.
It's like they have all this money, but they look like they haven't eaten in years. Right. Right? You know what I mean? Like, crazy. But anyways, you know what? That was just our, thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Wanted to shed some light on, things that might happen with people on regular people, but we just wanted to use celebrities because they're in the public spotlight. And it's like what everyone can see. Mm-hmm. And I just say, like, if anybody's struggling with that, just know that you don't have to think that way. Just live life and enjoy it. Don't put yourself in so much restrictions, like, oh, I have to eat this way. I have to do this way. I have to look this way. You know what I mean?
And unfortunately, you could look at these people and see what they're going through and learn not to do it. Yeah. Because I just understand what you're doing, that it's very harmful to yourself. You don't know what what you're doing. So hopefully, people in that situation, they'll look at these celebrities instead of idolizing them, because that's the problem. They idolize them, so they want to look like them. Yeah. So then they start doing it. And as long as these websites keep doing these things and letting it available to just anybody, the
problem won't stop.
It's not going to stop.
Yeah.
Until something really happens, and then the company gets sued for so much amount, and then it starts trickling down, and then it's okay. We're not going to do this anymore. You're going to have to do this legally. But unfortunately, we pray for all of them, and just hope that they find a way to just not do these things, to just be themselves. And
yeah, and I hope they snap out of it.
I thought those days of losing that weight were over, but I guess not. In Hollywood. I thought it started to become you can just be yourself, and unfortunately, it's not like that. So
yeah. Well, anyways, that's what we just wanted to shed some light on. Big Pharma is a scam. They're always just about your money. That's what. I mean, come on now. But anyways, be wary of medications out there, trial drugs, anything like that. Just don't get obsessed with having to be a certain way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for paying it. Thank you for staying with us, and I hope you enjoyed this. Stay with us for the next time we talk about HOLLYWEIRD. And we also got some other episodes coming up of different topics as well. So, y'all have a good night. Enjoy, and God bless. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for watching The Pilot Seat. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Melissa.
Stay tuned for future episodes. So in the meantime, take care.
Stay safe.
And God bless.